Hello and welcome to my Dust 2 grenade tutorial. There are a lot of these on YouTube, many of which I've watched, and the reason I'm making my own is because a lot of these that I see have very overly complicated throws, which usually go something like this, where you line up something on the ground, then you line up something in the fucking sky, then you line it up with a wall, and when you throw it, it always lands exactly where you want it to. Obviously, that's not a real throw. I'm just saying. They're ridiculously complicated. There's no way you will be able to get that throw every time. It takes too much time to line up the throw in a game. Game matches are not very long. Or rounds, I should say. Game rounds are not very long. So, I'm going to show some very simple grenade throws that are idiot proof. You cannot mess these up. You will get them every time. They don't take very much time at all, and they're very easy to do. So first I'm going to show you tunnels to B. For taking tunnels to B, you will have a smoke grenade, and the guy who has it obviously runs first, and if any of your teammates try to rush ahead of you, tell them to sit their ass down. Wait till you get this throw off. Now you want to throw it by crouching, aiming for the top portion of this arch, not too far up to where you'll hit this wall, but like right there. Throw it, and every single time it is going to block off platform. This throw is how you will take B every single time after round 3, maybe 4, because after that there will always be a guy with an op right here waiting to pick you off, and with that smoke grenade he cannot see you at all. So while this smoke grenade is still up, the guy who's in front can jump up on these boxes, get a nice little vantage point, take out people back there, up there. He can jump down, take that guy out, and then he can also approach and kill the guy with the op if necessary, which it normally will be. But so that smoke grenade is by far the best way to smoke coming from tunnels to B, and in my opinion it's the only way. There's no other smoke that you can possibly do coming out of tunnels. This one allows for very good coverage, allows you to easily take the bomb site, and it disables the most deadly guy at B who is always on platform and he's always got an op. With that smoke you can take him out. If he's good or just lucky, at most he'll kill one, maybe one guy running through smoke. If he's lucky, very lucky, he'll get 2. I've never seen, honestly, I mean, I'm only a Gold Nova 4, so whenever I do this throw, we've got B. I've never failed getting B with this smoke at Gold Nova 4. Now I have lost when I came to B, but it wasn't because we didn't get B. We took control of B, and then we died afterwards when they came from CT spawn and tunnels. But we always have taken B when I do this smoke. So that's the only way to smoke B, and it's very effective, and it disables the op entirely. Now a lot of people who are not very experienced will run up here and they'll do this kind of thing, where it bounces off both walls and lands right here. And the reason this is a terrible smoke is because when you run through, you will be blinded. Like right here, it's better than normal because you can get out of it and maybe pick a couple of people off, but most of the time this will land to where when you run through, you'll just be completely blind, and the guy back there will be able to see you before you see him, and he'll just mow you down so fast. You won't even be out of the smoke and your body will drop. And if the guy by car is smart at all, as soon as he hears that smoke pop, he'll come right here and he'll wait. And as soon as he sees legs or any sort of shape coming out of the smoke, he'll just shoot you and you'll be dead before you can even see him. So when going B through tunnels, always smoke off the top portion of this arch, and you've smoked off their most pristine killer. He will not be able to kill you unless he's very lucky. And luck Doesn't happen very often. So you've got a good chance taking B this way. For some reason, people think B is really hard to take. I've never seen somebody do this smoke, to be honest. Gold Nova 4, never seen anybody do it. Gold Nova 4 is not that high, but I feel like that should be a good smoke that people should know about. So, that is how you take B to tunnels. Next, I'm going to show you how to go mid to B. Now for this, you will want to have 2 of your players on your team have smoke grenades. And you have one jump down in suicide and throw right down the middle. Smoke off mid. Then you have the second guy with the smoke come around here. Take out anybody over here in cat so that he's safe. Equip smoke, aim at the top of this window, run forward, throw. Every time, it'll completely block off CT spawn, and they can't possibly kill you while you're going mid to B. So after that's smoked off, you'll come through here, pick off this op who's in mid. There will pretty much always be one. Pick off the op in mid. The smoke will still be there. Come through here, pick off anybody up here. And then, this is actually a flashbang I learned from Frenchie's Media, I think. He's got a really good channel, but you throw it like right here, and it'll bounce over the wall, and it'll blind every single person in B as long as they're facing this general direction, which if you're taking B from mid, they will be facing doors. And they normally will not see this flash coming. It will blind everyone. You'll have 2 seconds to come in. Boom, boom. Over there possibly, or there, up there, back there, or even down here. But after you flash, come in, take as many people out, and you plant. Which I didn't mention this yet, but whenever you take B, never plant here, never plant here, never plant there, just never plant over here at all. When you plant B, plant back here, plant along this line somewhere, possibly in this corner. Just plant where it's out in the open. You don't want it behind boxes so that the terrorists on your team can easily defend the bomb. If somebody's defusing, they pop out the corner, boom. That counter terrorist is dead. But for example, if you plant it right here, and you got a guy coming out of tunnels to defend, and there's only 3 seconds left when he gets over here, if there were 3 seconds left before that guy defused, he'd be able to kill him. But if he's got to run all the way back here, he's not going to make it. Or it'll be very close, there will be a lot of pressure, and he probably just won't hit the guy. So play it safe, plant on the outside, and not behind cover. If you have effectively taken over B, you have nothing to worry about. You don't need to be worried about taking cover while you plant. Just plant out there. If you plant back here, I mean, honestly, if I were on your team, I'd just fucking shoot you in the throat, take the bomb and go plant it over there, and that way we can win the round. So, that's mid to B, and that's tunnels to B techniques. Next, I'm going to show kind of a technique for taking cat. Now, myself personally, I would never suggest that you take cat. Cat is a terrible way to go, and the reason being, there's a op mid, and there's always an op long. So, typically, you'll have to deal with 2 ops. That's twice the pain. If you go B, you'll never have to deal with 2 ops. If you go long A, you'll never have to deal with 2 ops. Or at least it's very rare. If there's 2 people opping in long A, they're just fucking retarded. And it was a fluke. Doesn't happen very often. A little bit of beer. So, I would never go cat, but sometimes your teammates suggest it. Sometimes people like it. I don't know why, but if your team is suggesting you go cat, you have no choice but to cooperate, because otherwise you can sabotage your team. So, for cat, you can do the suicide smoke, which will land mid. Frenchie's Media also does a smoke which lands on that brown box, and it's by far the best smoke for cat. But again, this is what I was talking about at the start of the video. Throws are overcomplicated. There's no way Frenchie's Media is hitting this smoke every single time. I don't care who he thinks he is or how good his muscle memory is. He's not hitting that smoke every time. It's going to land too far to the left and fall off the box, or it'll land too far to the right and not even land on the box. There's just too many ways to fuck it up. With the suicide throw, you can't fuck it up. If you run down the middle and you just fucking throw like that, you can't fuck that up. I mean, I kind of fucked it up a little bit. But even that is better than landing the smoke actually on cat instead of guarding cat. So just throw suicide. That's the way to play it safe. It'll be good enough that you can get to cat. And if you really want to do a really complicated throw, there's one easier than landing on that box that's about as effective. And you line up the doors so you can barely see middle doors. You line up with this wall right here on the very corner. Then you go a tiny bit at the right, and then you aim up toward this wire, run forward, throw, and that should typically, nope, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Throws that are complicated, you'll mess up far too often. Line up doors, aim at this wall, aim up toward the wire, run forward, throw. Okay, that was better. Still not great, but if they suspect you coming cat, the op will always be right here, and as you can tell, he's completely blinded. He has to go around, and you'll be completely clear. So it's only good for the 5 seconds it takes him to get around here. So just stick with mid. Just fucking throw mid. Jump down and suicide. Just get a nice little one over the box. And that's the end of story. It'll be good enough for you to get into cat as long as you're fast. Take out people in this corner, or possibly there. Up here. In that corner. Come up here, check this, right there. And then as you come here, never peek this wall. If it's past round 4, just don't even peek that wall. Grab out a smoke, toss it down, come around, and as you're coming out to the edge of the smoke, try to hit this guy who will normally have an op. After you take out the op, you can come around pretty safely and take A from cat. Again, I would never suggest take cat. Don't take cat. Take cat at your own risk. I'm not involved. That's it. Now I'm going to show you long A. Now, for taking long A is actually a really easy route, in my opinion. Now, Frenchie's Media, again, because I'm subscribed to that guy, is good. He's got good throws. He can do them. I fucking can't. Can't do it. He's got this throw where you line up with this shadow right here. Then you like line up with this corner, I think, and then you aim up toward there. And then you press shift as you come up to it. Yeah, no. That's my point right there. Shadow, aim up, shift. And it's supposed to land at this corner. So I did better that time, but as you can tell, I can't do this throw. I rarely make it. 1 out of 5 times, I will land it where it's supposed to be, which is about right there. And the entire point of this smoke is to block off the op who will be guarding double doors. Normally when this smoke is popped, he will always retreat and go back to barrels. He will not try to go around here. It's very rare when they try to go around, because by the time the smoke's popped, you're already out here, you're ready to shoot him. But, like I said, I cannot do this throw. It's way too low of a success rate for me to even try to recommend this to people. So I'm going to show you a much easier one that's just as effective, if not more. You come onto this little pillar in here, you aim up toward this corner, and you pop it. it blocks off the same exact area, as you can tell, even more effectively. He would have to go all the way out there instead of like right there. So it completely blocks off the corner. You come around and you can possibly hit this guy, and it even somewhat blocks off the guy in pit. He probably won't kill you if you're crossing to here. And then you wait for the smoke to disappear, and then you can pick him off. Then you come into pit, obviously, while you're taking long A. You pick off as many people as you can. As you approach, when you're doing this smoke, always do a right click, just toss. And it should block off pretty much all of CT spawn. What a lot of people do, which is a terrible technique, is they will bounce it off this wall like this, and it will block off the corner. But right here there's a huge gap, and he'll pick off one, maybe even two of your terrorists as you're crossing, and you need all of the players alive that you can have when you take a bomb site. So just right click, get it right in the middle, and that'll be good. So you've got a smoke to cover this corner so that you can't get opt. You got one for there so you can cross and not get opt from mid. I'm going to show you a little extra. When you're here, you come under this pillar, aim up like right, maybe there. Nope. That's basically the same thing. Fuck it. Don't even... That's good for blocking the corner. If you want to block pit, which is very useful if they don't have an op, just do this. Just do that. And then come around. Don't try doing any fancy shit. You'll get it real easy like that. So that's pretty much everything I have to tell you about taking the bomb sites. The smoke grenade at B, which is the only one you can do, but it's extremely effective, blocks out the op, and it increases your chances of taking B successfully tenfold, honestly. That op makes that huge of a difference that if you blind him, you actually stand a fighting chance. Cat, just don't go cat. It fucking sucks. If your teammates are trying to go cat, tell them that Mike said you should not do that, and they're just dumb. They'll probably not listen to that, but oh well. And then you've got one to block off the corner every time. That one's super easy. So you've got one to take long. So I've now shown you how to take B, mid to B, cat, and long A. These are the techniques I would recommend for taking the bomb sites as terrorists. Also, if you want to get a nice little flash in, come to this corner, bounce it off with a flashbang. It'll blow up right there and blind everybody. I think even the guy in pit will be blinded. Yeah, the guy in... Everybody in long will be blinded by that. Just sitting under this pillar, throwing right off the edge. So that's a way to flash if you like some extra security for taking pit. Okay. Making sure I've covered everything. Tunnels to B, yes. Mid to B, yes. Cat, which you should never do, but yes, kind of. I suck at cat, that's why I never take it. And then long A. Smoke there, smoke there, smoke, CT spawn, and a flash. So taking long A, yes. Those are very easy, simple throws to do to take the bomb sites. I love you all for watching. Even though nobody has made it this far, I probably have 5 views as of 3 months from when I make this video, but that's okay because I do it for the lulz.